when you look this good, you don't have to.
I mean, what? There's nothing wrong with being happy.
Rip up the C block.
Night, Chapel Bill.
It might not be Hard Knocks, but we've got Good Morning America.
Huh? Go get some ribs, D.
What are you doing, man?
Looking real spry. Nachos to me is like a good appetizer.
Hold me back.
You can't go wrong with French fries.
What?
That floor is not level.
What in the heck am I looking at?
His armpit is on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I feel like if I stood next to Boban, it would look like that. Right? This is Orlovsky.
Danny O is a man of chaos.
I got hit so hard, I actually got up off the ground and went to Buffalo's sideline. Had some Gatorade, and they had to come get me, and that's how they knew, okay, yeah, you might be really messed up.
You know the season's coming because Kmart's wearing Jets green, right?
Yes, I put this dress on just for Greeny.
It's the Jets. Here we go, right, Greeny? Isn't that what you're thinking right now? I've been thinking that for 58 years.
You guys have a bet?
Yeah, we should make one.
When the Steelers win, Greeny, I'm going to give you one of my 23 terrible towels, and you're going to wave it on TV, and you're going to do it like you mean it.
When the Jets win this game, I will send you a jersey of my favorite player, Garrett Wilson, and you will have to wear that. Not feeling great about that bet. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not feeling great. I'm holding out hope. Garrett, I need you, but I'm not feeling great about that.
He's a heck of a player.
Bet. We will be here Sunday morning for Sunday Countdown, counting down to that game and all the others. And we will see what we think of Aaron Rodgers going in and playing. Sunday, we will have a whole new slate of games. Tonight, we have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers. But last night, the season kicked off with extraordinary drama in Philadelphia. Eagles and Cowboys. And oh, the madness would ensue before it even kicked off. I don't mean this. Sure, they raised the banner, all well and good. Eagles players weren't on the field. Out they come, opening kickoff. Before the first...
Doesn't hesitate, a massive answer for the Eagles offense.
Eagles up 3, 2 minutes to go in the half. This is
Huge plays, kisses to the crowd.
60 yards rushing for him on the night. Eagles up 1 at the half. To the
Dak played last night. He did absolutely.
with the celebration. And then you went to sleep because there was a long lightning delay, an hour and 3 minutes. The game would resume at 11:30 Eastern. So here's what you missed. The most costly, this one on the 4th down touches on his masterpiece. Hurts was sensational. Eagles win a startlingly interesting opener, 24-20. And after the game, CeeDee dejected.
Man, that's terrible. Honestly, I feel like, I can't point no fingers at nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And I take full accountability and everything else that come with it because, as for me as a player, I pray for moments like that, you know what I'm saying, and the ball to come my way. And obviously for me to not come up with it, it stings a little bit.
Wasn't just those plays. There's throws out there that I want back, but it's game one, and he's a guy that makes those plays. He's going to make those plays. We're not going to get down on him. We're not going to lose confidence by any means.
We have all hour to get into all elements of this game, so let's start with that right there. You could have told me that a lot of different things were going to happen last night, and I would have believed you. If you would have told me the Cowboys would have the game there to be won and CeeDee Lamb dropping critical passes was the reason they wouldn't get it done, that I would have taken that bet.
It's the reason I don't bet, though, because humans play this game. And the best of us in some of the most important moments don't find our way to greatness. I think what stuck out to me about what CeeDee said is he said he prayed for moments like this. And the reason you pray for moments like that, because those are championship moments. Those are moments that earn you gold jacket.
Because this is a great team. They're the world champions. They know what they have to do. They've been on the stage. This was everything to the Dallas Cowboys. So, that's the moment. CeeDee, you want it. You want to be great. You got to go be great. You got to catch the ball. But when you drop passes like this and you can't execute, you look like an average player rather than a great player that's getting paid a lot.
Part of an average team.
I look at it,
average team,
guys,
yes.
13 targets, 7 catches, 110 yards. He was unguardable. Those 3 plays, he made you made the drops. You're right. You have to step up. I do want to take
I see what you're saying about those numbers, though, but
you think they're empty calories?
I think it's empty.
I feel like 13 targets, he was...
Where's the moment?
He dominated last night.
The moments are the ones to win the football game, Schrags. That's all.
Well, I think the thing is...
I'm not going to come in this morning and be like, they lost because CeeDee Lamb dropped passes.
Yeah, but I think what you could say...
But it is the...
But you can actually say they lost...
It would be factual. That is the reality of it. I hear what you were saying. You don't want to lay it because he's the one guy that you count on. But the truth is, this game is there to be won. So you and I in our first hour here, Schrager.
Of course, but the questions aren't about, CeeDee Lamb's not going to have that game ever again. So I feel okay. I'm encouraged. He's not going to drop 3 passes tomorrow or next week, whatever.
Right.
I was more worried about how game. CeeDee Lamb's diving fully and drops a pass. But Schrager, this is the number 1 wide receiver.
But that's the thing. You beat yourself.
Yeah.
You beat yourself. You sit there and go, CeeDee Lamb's one of the best receivers in football. We're not. That was it. Miles Sanders fumble. And so if you're the Cowboys, yes, this is the battle. And Teddy, we have the game and we give it away because we fumble the football or we don't run away from a Zach Bond or we make the drops in those critical moments. But also you can sit there and cut on the tape and be crazy encouraged that the interior of the offensive line. Dak had better pass protection from that offensive line last night than he had all last season.
No doubt.
I have no doubt CeeDee will fill up the stat sheet this year. He's going to fill it up. He's going to get a lot of votes from a lot of people.
13 targets.
He's going to be great.
And here's the thing.
Where's the moments? You had them. You missed a couple. That's what it's all about, to be great. And that's the moment that he failed. And that's why he's so disappointed. I look forward to seeing another moment. And hopefully, if he drops that one, and then we're having another conversation
You
about
wake up this morning, are you feeling, okay, you look at A.J. Brown, which is this #1 wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb.
But that's the
when was the one target?
That's the target.
But
though.
I'm saying,
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying
got
A.J. Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb?
But you know what you wake up saying, though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course.
Right, like,
I mean,
that's what,
I get it.
But the thing is this, though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop. CeeDee Lamb is
let me tell you why. I'm not saying.
I'm not looking at fantasy football. Ryan, I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for me. If I go out and I have 12 tackles and I get 2 interceptions and then there's a run late in the game that I miss a tackle and the other team wins the game, I'm not talking to my family on the way home. They're not calling me. As I'm walking to the car, my wife is telling people, because we've been through it before, you do not speak if he doesn't speak. I'm not saying that CeeDee Lamb can't play. I'm not saying that you are wrong for defending him. I'm talking from the perspective that I know CeeDee Lamb feels. And that's why I prefaced it by saying, this is not about you. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not saying you don't understand. But what I'm saying is I fully understand.
And if you're on your ride home that you're talking about, and if anyone in your family says you played well, they don't get you. They don't understand, and usually you don't get that from your family because they know you pretty well.
Yes.
But I think both sides can be true. I understand what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, and both can be true at the same time. He's a great player. He played a good game, but those drops wind up costing them the game, and he knows it more than anyone else knows it. That's what I think we're trying to say here. Here's what you need to know about me. There's nothing on earth I want to do more on the first Friday morning of the season than open the show by saying, Dak Prescott is the MVP of the league. And that's what we would have been saying if he catches those passes last night. That's how well I thought Dak played last night.
He was fantastic. It was probably the best game we've seen Dak Prescott play since 23. You know, like last year wasn't that version of Dak Prescott. He threw it incredibly well. He made like 2 or 3 plays from the pocket that were big time, like old school, maybe year 4, year 5 Dak Prescott, where he shakes off a defender here, shakes off a defender there, and throws the football perfectly down the field. So I understand the team. We handled situational football
ran the ball
well. We 2-minute drive was great. Interior offensive line was good, and our quarterback looked great. If the Cowboys get that version of Dak Prescott, they're going to have a top 10 offensive line, or a top 10 offense. If the Cowboys get that version of Dak Prescott, they will be a team that is contending for the playoffs, no doubt.
These are excuses we make for average football teams and the Dallas Cowboys, okay? Because what are we talking about with the Philadelphia Eagles? Lose your best player, multiple penalties, 9 for however many it was, and still win the football game.
100%.
Yeah. Those are great teams. Average teams, we sit here and say, man, they at least they communicated well.
Yeah.
All right. At least they
low expectations.
At least they
low expectations.
They did the
That's
same
what
thing
we're
2
doing.
years ago in Tampa after or a few years ago. The Bucs won. They opened up, and everyone came out and was like, Dak played really well. Tampa won. At some point, the Cowboys do need to get over this hump and win that game and not just do the moral victory and say, yeah, they played pretty well. We feel pretty good.
We will know so much about them in 10 days, right? They play the Giants a week from Sunday. We all think, well, many people think the Giants are going to be better than they've been. But if you're going to be a team that's going to be in it this year, the Cowboys, you win that game. If they come back, they're going to need to bounce back in 10 days and win that game.
Absolutely. They're going to be home. They're coming off a 10-day rest, and they're playing up against a team that had a top 10 pick last year in the draft. They should win that game.
Joe Fortenbaugh told you earlier this morning the bet on that game is the Giants with the points with the early line. All right, let me take a quick break. We have so much more to come on this. This was the moment. It defines the night. You don't want it to define the season. What the actual heck happened with Jalen Carter? Plus, the Cowboys couldn't stop Jalen Hurts when it mattered most. How